time the court calls case number 626042, State versus Eric Lee. Eric Lee, are you there?
Your Honor, he must have stepped away. That is not him on the screen.
I can tell that. All right, well,
Let me
I'll step
text
forward.
him and see if I can help.
all right. At this time, the court calls case number 658-552 and 662478, State versus Michelle Ramos. Ms. Ramos.
To the middle or this one? Okay.
It's been a minute.
Are you Michelle Ramos?
I am.
Would you please raise your right hand? You solemnly swear that in this proceeding, the information and responses you submit will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
Thank you. You may put your hand down. Ms. Ramos, you have two charges. One was case number 658552, failure to ID to a police officer. 662478 is assault, bodily injury, family violence. State, what are we going to be doing on this?
Hello? Hello? Were you talking to me? I'm sorry.
Talking to the state in the case of State of Texas versus Michelle Ramos.
Your Honor, that's my client. He
I
just needs to
understand
wait
that.
for this plate. Yeah. Mr. Lee, just mute yourself until your
Oh.
case is called.
It said to unmute. Okay, the screen told me to unmute.
Okay. Judge, on this case, we're going to be pleading to case number 658552 and TIC in case number 662478.
Right? Ms. Ramos,
Yes.
I have placed you under oath. I need to discuss with you particular rights and protections that you are afforded. First of all, you have the right to remain silent. That means you do not have to say anything. You don't have to answer questions. You don't have to submit papers that you've signed, especially papers that have an admission or confession to wrongdoing. That's the right to remain silent. You understand you have that right?
Yes.
You have the right to a jury trial. That's a right to have you and your attorney and the state select 6 people from a random pool, of random persons from our community that would hear the evidence, see the testimony, and see everything in a trial and decide whether you were proven guilty beyond reasonable doubt. That's the right to a jury trial. You understand that?
Yes.
Pardon me?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, speak up nice and crisp. You also have the right to confront witnesses. That means if you go to trial and people testify, you and your attorney would have the right to question, cross-examine, or challenge any witness who would testify. You understand that?
Yes, I understand.
You have the right to an appeal. That means you yourself or your attorney by himself or the two of you together could demand a higher court review the official record of this proceeding and any other evidence and results of this proceeding, and for whatever challenge you wanted to make. That's called the right to appeal. You'd have to follow the rules, use the right forms, and obey the legal time limits. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Also, you have the right to demand that this proceeding be held in the public courtroom, right there where you're at, but in the entire proceeding, everyone involved, evidence, everything, including myself. Because of the COVID pandemic, we're doing this by computer. As you know, it's called video conference. And to do that, you and the state, each of you has the individual right to make that demand. You have the right to demand it, and you and the state must consent, agree to do this by video conference on the computer. Do you understand that?
Yes, I understand.
Those rights that I've just explained to you, you will be giving up in this procedure. And you will be seeing these in written form besides the discussion we're having now that's being taken down by Ms. Mendez, my court reporter. Do you understand all that?
Yes, I understand.
Okay, now, in preparing to submit this plea, you were shown papers. Among the papers that you were shown was the video conference agreement. You signed a paper that says that you agree to do this on video conference. Is that correct?
Yes.
Actually, you didn't. You didn't do those, Jerry.
No, Judge, those. I figured those were present in court.
All right. What you did is you prepared a regular in-courtroom set of documents. We're gonna have to discontinue this right now so that you can finish that up. You don't have the states. Did you individually, state of Texas, did y'all file these papers, the state's agreement to video conference and the other stuff?
No, Judge, we didn't because we were in the courtroom. We were not using the Adobe sign documents. Is it possible to just put that on the record, or do we need to fill out those papers?
Well, I guess we can. Ms. Ramos, do you agree to have this done in video conference like we're doing, and instead of having everyone show up in court?
Yes, I agree.
You consent, you agree to that?
I consent, yes.
All right. Now, state, do you consent to this agreement?
Yes, Judge.
All right, then the court finds that the state and defense have agreed to video conference as opposed to in-person hearing in the full sense of the word. All right. Now, Ms. Ramos, I mentioned to you that you have the right to appeal. If you're going to proceed in this matter, you have to agree that you understand that by making this agreement, you will not have a right of appeal. I have a paper in front of me that I am showing to you. You and Mr. Valdez had the opportunity to review this, but this is my declaration to you, my certification that you do not have a right of appeal. Did you explain that to her, Mr. Valdez?
I did, Your Honor.
All right. So you understand you will not have a right of appeal, ma'am?
Yes, I understand.
All right. Now, is she applying for probation? I thought this was going to be something else.
No, it's an application for probation, Your Honor.
I'm sorry?
It's an application for straight probation on this case.
There is an application.
Yes, Your Honor, there is.
Is it regular probation or deferred? State?
Regular
Should be regular, Judge.
All right.
probation.
All right. Now, there's a document titled Defendant's Waiver of Constitutional Rights and Court's Admonitions. This appears to have your signature on the form. Is that your signature there, ma'am?
Yes, that's my signature.
All right, did you go over this document with your attorney
Yes,
and you understood what it says?
yes, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Valdez, did you go over these documents with your client?
I did, Your Honor.
And is she a US citizen or not?
Yes, she is a citizen.
All right. Now, Ms. Ramos, among the other things, I want to remind you that the deal you've made with the state, I do not have to accept it. As the judge, I'm required to say yes or no. I can say yes or I can say no. I can also give you any punishment in the range of punishment. Even if the punishment I give you is heavier than what you agreed to. If I reject your deal, if I say, no, I'm not accepting this, or if I give you a punishment that's greater than what you agreed to, the law would allow you to start all over again. Do you understand that?
I understand.
All right. State as to case number 658-552, what is the agreement that the state has reached?
Judge, the agreement on this case is a $0 fine plus court costs.
Okay, wait. I'm having trouble hearing you. The plea will be what?
What was that? I'm sorry.
What will be the plea?
It's no fine plus court costs.
No, you're talking punishment. What will be her plea?
Oh,
No contest, guilty what?
No contest.
Okay, no contest. Now, tell me what the agreement is.
Judge, the agreement is a $0 fine plus court costs. 180 days, Bear County Jail, probated over 6 months.
Hold on. 180 days, Bear County Jail, probated. 6 months. All right,
$100 restitution to Colony Uptown Apartments.
Colony, Uptown Apartments.
And a no harmful or injurious contact order with a Julian Urias.
Julian, Julian.
Julian, yes, Judge. Urias, Urias.
Urias, okay.
And then we're going to take into consideration case number 662478
All right.
and reject an unfiled case with I just have the JN number, which is 1970912.
All right. The plea is no contest. The agreement is $0 fine. Plus court costs, $0 fine and court costs, 180 days, Bear County Jail. Probated for 6 months, $100 restitution to Colony Uptown Apartments. No harmful or injurious contact with Julian Urias, Urias. Court, the state will take in consideration, or the court takes in consideration case number 662478. The court rejects, or rather the state agrees to reject case number JN 1970912. Is that your agreement, state?
Yes, Judge.
Is that your agreement, Mr. Valdez?
That is the agreement, Your Honor.
Is that your agreement, Michelle Ramos?
Yes, I agree.
So be it. That is the order of the court. It is noted on the file. Ms. Ramos, you are to report to this court and have your thumbprint placed on these documents before you leave the courtroom. Now, Ms. Ramos, you are to be placed on breakout with a lady by the name of Marisela Luna. She will explain to you what you have to do to get on this probation, the 6 months probation. During those 6 months, you're to live up to 100% of the conditions of supervision. If you fail to do so or refuse to do so, then the state will ask me to bring you in after a official notice, and we'll have a hearing, and I can put you in jail if the evidence requires it. You understand me?
Yes, I understand.
Please understand, I don't want to put you in jail, but I can and I will if you step out of line. All right, make sure, Mr. Valdez, that she gets on breakout room with Ms. Luna.